Throughout history, there have been many great and ingenious architects, designers, and constructors, and I'm following in their footsteps as a construction expert on the BattleCraft SMP. I've built a lot of cool things, starting with my construction starter base, Bill's Lighthouse, an amphitheater, Mr. Briney's boat, and most recently, a factory. But it's time to start working on my gym. And that means I have some construction-themed Pokemon that I need to get ready to help me out. So what are construction-themed Pokemon? Well, they're Pokemon that could help in construction. And we actually see some of them in the anime, and some of them are more directly related, like Conkeldurr here. The Pokedex entry, they appear on construction sites. You can tell by the large pieces of concrete that it's holding. Some of the other Pokemon might be a little bit more of a stretch, but in the Season 1 of Pokemon, we have Diglett at a construction site. And in the first-gen games, we see Machop and Machoke being used as movers and groundkeepers on construction sites. But this is a gym challenge, which means I kind of want to make somewhat competitive teams anyway. And that means we're going to need to EV train Pokemon. And oh boy, yeah, this factory from the last episode is going to help us with that, with all the vitamin productions that we've got here. And I've been farming to make more vitamins. You see, I've got some wheat and beetroot farms. But let's not put the wagon in front of the horse. There's some stuff we gotta talk about, including what type of Pokemon I'm gonna be using, and then we gotta start thinking up some strategy. So here on the ground, I've got 3 Pokeballs, a Pokeball, a Great Ball, and an Ultra Ball. This often symbolizes the different difficulties or leagues in the Pokemon games, and like in the Pokemon Pocket TCG, the Pokeball, Great Ball, and then Ultra Ball class are different classes. And I want my gym to follow something very similarly. Originally, I was going to have a Pokeball team with unevolved Pokemon, or, you know, maybe not EV-trained Pokemon, and then a medium difficulty team, and then a final difficulty team with some final evolved strategy, good EVs and stuff. But now that everyone on the server has kind of got their bearings with battles, I think we're just going to have 3 tiers of difficulties, but all of them are going to be somewhat difficult, with Ultra being the most difficult. So that means we need 3 teams of 6 Pokemon, and I'm going to be doing doubles as well, so maybe we only really need 4 competitives, but when we're thinking about strategy, I'm going to be thinking of doubles, because the double battles, I think, are a lot of fun, and I'm also going to be catching Pokemon in the Pokeballs that match what difficulty they are, just like from the Pokemon Origins anime series. So let's get out a PC and start talking about our teams, because not only am I going to be constructing a physical gym location today, but I'm also going to be getting my gym team ready. So team number 1, we've got to have a stone joiner. It's literally an arch. You know, it's early forms of construction, as early as it's going to get. Then we're going to have a Tyrogue that's going to evolve into a Hitmontop, because I figured Hitmontop looked pretty strong and could probably help us move some stuff around. It also gets Intimidate, which is pretty dang good for a challenge like this. Next up, it's in the name, Diggersby. Oh yeah, Diggersby can definitely dig with all those giant ears and help us move stuff around. Next up, kind of more of an ancient Pokemon, and one that is a ground type, a Golett. We're going to evolve into a Golurk, because I'm sure Golurk can help us move some stuff around on a construction site as well. Next up, this rock type, Nosepass, which I might just leave as a Nosepass and maybe give an Eviolite. Just something to think about. And last, but certainly not least, the gentle Sudowoodo. Look at those stats, 80% IVs. My gosh. And Sudowoodo, even though it looks like a plant, it is a rock type. And if you played the Gen 2 games, then you know that this thing doesn't like water, but it looks like a Pokemon that could show up on a construction site. So there we go. Our first team, all the Pokeballs caught. All of them have pretty good IVs. The Stone Joiner is definitely the weakest, but the rest of these, not really that bad. Let's start with Diggersby. It's probably going to be the most straightforward. We're just going to do max speed and max attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this Diggersby also has huge power, which doubles its attack stat, which is great. So we just need to get this guy a good nature, and an adamant mint will do the trick. Diggersby, you're basically done, my dude. We just need to level you up a little bit. Wait. I see a Pokemon that I wanted on my final team. Oh my gosh. Are you any good, though, is the question. Oh, I want you on my team. I want this guy on the Ultra Ball team. Okay, come on. Oh my gosh, that was so lucky that he just happened to spawn around these mints. What are these spawns? Corviknight! What is going on? Okay, I gotta stay focused. Let's go ahead and hop to Sudowoodo because it's gonna basically be the same thing. We're just gonna max attack and max speed. It gets some good moves like Sucker Punch by level up. And you know what? That's not bad. Yeah, it gets access to some powerful doubles moves like Rock Slide, Sucker Punch is great, Wood Hammer is a great attack, Hammer Arm, Stone Edge. Man, you kind of good, Sudowoodo. We sleeping on you. Dude, go away. Next up, we have Stonjourner here, and what makes Stonjourner so good is the Power Spot ability. So just being next to this Pokemon levels up my allies' moves. It doesn't get access to a lot of great moves, and its stats aren't fantastic. However, it does get Rock Slide and Stealth Rock, and that's really all we're going to need. So I'm just going to max out this thing in HP and defense, because we just need it on the field for as long as possible, and it's going to get one-shot, I think, by... You know what? Maybe we'll do special defense. It's going to get one-shot by almost everything that is special-based. Like a water gun, yeah, you're just going to die. And another one down. 3 more to go for the Pokeball team. We're going to give an Adamant Mint here to the Sudowoodo too, just so that Sucker Punch hits as hard as possible. Stonejourner, you're basically going to get a plus defense or plus special defense. Yeah, we'll go with the Impishment. There you go. Tyrogue, I need to make sure you evolve into a Hitmontop. That is going to be the tough part. We're going to give it a serious Mint so that it is extra serious, neutral stats. And let's go level up some of our Pokemon a little bit. Let's evolve this Tyrogue into the Hitmontop that it needs to be. In the rain. Don't worry about the rain, buddy. You'll spin it away. I promise. Hey, there we go. A Hitmontop. And how am I going to EV train this thing? Max HP, a few points in defense, and then the rest in attack. I think that should be fine. Oh, this is fast. There we go. Take your vitamins. Take them. Yeah. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. And I think a careful nature will be totally fine for our Hitmontop friend here. Golett evolves into Golurk, and this one has Iron Fist too, which is going to make some of those punching moves like Shadow Punch, Focus Punch, Mega Punch a little bit stronger. It also gets Earthquake, which is really exciting. So we're just going to max out the attack stat and then the HP stat for this guy. Those are its 2 highest stats, more or less. Cobblemon developers, why can I right-click some Pokemon and feed it to it directly, and some I have to do... Why did that change? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I moved... Okay, I don't... Game be gaming. Game is trolling me right now. See, what is that? I don't know. Either way, we got him done, and we just gotta level this bad boy up. I think another Adamant Mint will be totally fine, just to raise that attack stat, which leaves us with one more Pokemon, which is going to be this Nosepass. And I'm going to EV this thing really weird, so bear with me. Nosepass is the same attack and special attack stat, but we're going to run it special. And then we are going to give it an Eviolite, I think, is what I'm going to do, since it can still evolve. So we're going to max, its base defense is insane. So we're going to max special defense and then max special attack, because I think this is going to be entertaining. I don't know if this is actually that good, but I think it's going to be very entertaining. And then Nosepass gets access, like I said, to some decent moves. Discharge, Power Gem, it gets Thunder Wave, and eventually it gets Zap Cannon, which is kind of great. I guess for now we'll just do Rock Slide. It's good for doubles. So there we go, the Pokeball team is basically done. I just gotta get some battle items and level these guys up a little bit more to make sure we get all of the movesets. So I'm going to level them all up to like level 60 maybe. I think that's where most of them are gonna get the moves they need. I think Golurk gets Dynamic Punch a little bit higher, so maybe a little bit more than that. So let's take a short break from the Pokemon stuff and talk a little bit about some building, because yeah, I'm not only constructing a roster, but I'm gonna start constructing my gym today. And it's going to go right here on the eastern side of my city, on the eastern side of the main plaza. And it is going to be a tower that is going to cover up my villager trading hall and pumpkin and melon farm. I've started designing and putting in some of the building. And this is just going to be the base platform for the first part of the building, and hopefully I can have enough time to at least get the first part of it constructed today. The Pokeball challenge, and each time you go up the tower and you defeat me in the Pokeball and then the Great Ball challenge, at the top of the tower will be an Ultra Ball challenge. That's my idea, and in between, in the tower, there's going to be little mazes and puzzles for you to figure out. I think it'll be quite fun. But first, we have to get this platform done. And so I'm using a lot of the tough variants, and I'm kind of pulling inspiration from this design that I had done for the wall a while ago. I really like this. It is using some tough and the chiseled tough and the tough bricks, and then some copper grates and copper trapdoors. And this kind of tough and deep slate palette also matches really well with my amphitheater. So like all of the buildings in my little town here are going to be using the same type of building blocks, like tough, stone, and then maybe even some granite. Might tie in some granite. I think doing that will keep everything in the space in my city consistent, which is thematically perfect, and I think it'll also kind of represent the aged architectural historical feel that I'm going for here. Some might call it brutalist, some might call it romantic, as in the Roman period of architecture, or even, you know, heavily Greek-inspired, whatever you'd like to call it. Hellenistic, I believe some of that's called. So I'm gonna get the platform in place, and then we'll get back to doing some Pokemon stuff for today. So cue the time lapse. Architects and constructors will tell you that the foundation is often the most important part of a build, especially when there's going to be a giant tower here. And I mean a giant tower. I mean a tower that is going to reach build limit. And I'm excited to build it, but we're going to do it in pieces a little bit at a time. And like I said, as we go up, the tiers of difficulty of the challenges and the battles will get harder. But we're going to be focusing on the first level today, and that starts, of course, with the foundation. As I walk around the foundation, you'll see, again, I used this design from the wall that I did a while ago, and eventually all this copper will oxidate, turning into a blue color, which is really great. We got a constructor Pokemon right here sitting in the wild, a Machop. And what's nice is around the back, you can see the villager farm is in there. So we just covered up over that in the villager trading hall. So not only does this foundation serve an aesthetical purpose as a way to frame the giant tower that's going to be going here, a Pokemon-themed giant tower from the games, but it also is hiding up some of these farms that are going to kind of still be existing and running in the background, like the villager trading hall and the pumpkin and melon farm. Secondly, I've also been continuing to work on the Pokemon. Man, look at all the construction Pokemon around here. I've been continuing to work on the teams, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some changes I've made and go over some honorable mentions. There are a few Pokemon that really could exist on a construction site that I'm not going to really be using, and let me explain why. Now, Steelix might exist on a construction site, but we got to remember that we have another gym leader here that is going to be using steel types, and that's Vert, and I want to leave some steel type options open for him, so we're going to be going with Onix, but not Steelix. Think Bruno from Gen 1, or even Brock. Secondly, a sleeping Tinkaton. No, Tinkaton would be great because it has a hammer, but Tinkaton is the ace of, again, Vert, the Steel-type gym leader, and the Tinkerer here on the server. So I figured it best we don't include Tinkaton on the team. And then these four are all alternates that I've all caught in Ultra Balls. They may get subbed in from time to time. We have a Pokemon like Poliwrath. You can see it's also EV trained already. And we have the Rampardos, again, from an episode where it was being used as inspiration for a Wrecking Ball. I've also got Pupitar here that evolves into T-Tar, which might be good. I figured, though, a Sandstorm might not be perfect on a construction site. And Pokemon like Clodsire and Quagsire might be good, too, as they could probably help with making some concrete or cleaning off material with their water guns. So these are some Pokemon that have really cool animations, oh my gosh, and have potential to join the team, but for now, they're going to be taking a backseat. But is there a Pokemon that I'm, like, really obviously missing? Leave it in the comment section below. Maybe I'm missing something that should make it on the roster, and I don't mind swapping out my roster every once in a while just to keep things interesting for our gym challengers. I've also decided to bench Hitmontop for the time being because I want to use it in the Ultra Ball class, and instead we're going to pick up Machop and evolve it into a Machamp for the entry Pokeball level team. So for strategies, we got a huge power Diggersby, max attack and speed with a Figgy Berry. Our Nose Pass here max special defense and special attack with an Eviolite to double those defensive stats. We've got a Sudowoodo here, Adamant, and I went ahead and gave it a Hard Rock to power up the Rock type moves. Stone Joiner with a Rock Gem to power up some Rock type moves. We've got a Golurk here, and I'm going to give it the Soft Sand to power up its Earthquake attack. I got to level up a little bit more to get Earthquake, but this thing is super big and strong. And now I've got to level up and evolve this Machop, and then we will eventually have the Pokeball team all done. That's my goal for today. And there's a few other Pokemon I want to catch today, so before we get back to building, let's catch a few wild Pokemon that I've been on the lookout for. There's a construction man. Another one. Oh, we got another one here. Another one. This guy is going to fit great on the Great Ball team. Yes. There we go. And unfortunately, there may be some, well, gases. Some exhaust systems at a construction site. Let's get this guy. Oh, critical catch. Well, that's all the Pokemon that I want to catch for my gym challenge, which means, hey, we got all the Pokemon, now we just got to train them. But I'm going to be taking a break from the Pokemon since we got the Pokeball team done today, and we're going to be working on the first layer of the tower. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a wall that everything has got to fit in, so I know what type of space limitations I've got. Of course, there's going to be some decorations on this side of the snow, and on that side of the snow, because that's where the outside of the building is going to go. So basically just building perimeter for things to fit on the inside. So I'm just going to build it out of stone. We can change this later if I need to decorate it, but I want to see what type of space I'm working with here. Although I've designed the outside, the inside, we're winging it. We got some walls in. Now comes the floor in the design of the first floor, and there's going to be a battle stadium here. Or maybe not a stadium, but a battlefield. And this is where the first tier of the battles are going to take place. And I realized when I was doing this, I've already designed the outside, right? I'm not doing the battle tower from like Pokemon Emerald or something. But I realized like, oh dang, the battle tower would actually be pretty perfect. But I am doing a tower from a game that has battles inside of it. So don't you worry. Hopefully I have enough blocks for the design that I want to put in the center of this thing. So let's get to placing. And the floor is all in. Now comes my greatest fear as a builder. And that is using mangrove wood. Because, oh my gosh, it's so annoying to get, but I've got to get some because this build uses a pile of mangrove wood. In between all the floors are going to be little challenges and puzzles, so I need to create a way for me as the gym leader to get to floor so I can be there when while the other people are challenging it. So I'm just going to have a ladder for right now. I think I can even stylize these ladders, and we're just going to have a ladder running down from here. And yeah, we'll have an entrance for me. Ah, yes, the chipped ladder set. We'll try some of these bad boys. I'm working on the entrance now, and I've got to do something that I don't really want to do. But for me to make my gym its best, I have to remove this farm. I gotta do it. I'm sad that I gotta do it, but I gotta do it. It's been a good pumpkin and melon farm. And the final touches are going in on this side, and we have a room here that you probably recognize. And if you've played the Gen 2 games, like Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, or maybe you've played the remakes, Heart Gold or Soul Silver, you might recognize where I'm going to go with this tower. So when people walk into the gym challenge, they're going to have to do a little bit of parkour to get to the first battle. Now, I'm not a parkour master by far, but I think this is easy enough that everyone on the server shouldn't have too much of a problem doing this as I mess up. Hold on, I can do it. See, I can do it. This is the only hard jump. This corner jump gets me. Oh! Alright, see, not too bad. And then once you come up here, you're at the battle arena where I will be standing there ready to challenge the gym challenger. I've also added some signs to give us a little bit of an introduction, and I realized I haven't named my city that it will be here yet. It'll be between that gate. In that gate, it'll have a Pokemon Center, a shop, all that good stuff, and of course a gym, which I haven't named the city yet. So, welcome to the city gym. Gym leader jblader. Jblader is a master of architecture, so his Pokemon are comfortable lifting heavy objects and making structures look their best. There's nothing like some hard work and labor to really train up Pokemon. Here are the rules. That we're going to have 6-on-6 double battles, The trainers can swap Pokemon, but I, the gym leader, will not be able to swap Pokemon for typing advantages. That's because I want people to be able to win. Gym challenges should favor the challengers just a little bit, because otherwise, what's the point? It should be difficult, but you want to get that gym badge, right? And gym leader cannot use battle items. Simple enough. If people want to use potions or healing items, battle items, they're welcome to do so. So that's the introduction to the gym, and then people can go to the left or to the right, and they'll be able to make their way to the parkour. Now, this area needs a little bit more decoration. I don't really love just all the stone walls. And remember that each section is going to have a different challenge. Parkour is just the first one, but we're not going to do any more parkour. I've been racking my brain. I've got some good ideas for the other 2 challenges. So let me do a little bit of decorating, and then I'm going to test out my new team and the new gym challenge so far on an unwilling, okay, I'm joking, a willing participant. I think Casey is going to come over here and give me a little bit of a challenge. So let's do a little bit of decoration and then meet up with him. Now this place is looking good now. Added just some variation to the wall, which I think helped a lot. A ton of decorations with some barrels. We got the chipped barrels too. And I think like little chipped details like in the floor break up all of the monotony of a single block, and it helps a lot. So I'm liking how this place is looking now. I added a bunch of stone buttons too. None of them actually do anything. It's just to break up the texture on the wall. And I added some chains to help parts that felt like they were kind of dangling from the ceiling, that they make a little more sense since they're supported by chains. I've also added a book here. Welcome to the first challenge. Construction workers need to be dexterous and agile to avoid accidents and stay efficient. Show off your limber legs in the parkour challenge to make it to the first battle. Casey will be over here in a moment. And I've also just updated this little drop to the villager trading hall. So if anyone is watching on the server that uses this, yeah, this is how you get to it now. And we've obviously got the outside to do, but I'm going to wait for that one for another episode. We are ready to test out the team now. So let me go pick up everybody and we'll give it a go.
Is this new?
Hello, this is new.
This is so good.
I'm doing it backwards. I'm starting with the inside. There will be 3 challenges, 3 battles that you have to win in succession, each one more difficult than the last. What you're here to do today is try the first challenge before I do the second and the third.
Oh my goodness.
Now, you don't have to pass, but if you do, you don't have to do it again. I've already designed the outside, and it's going to be a tall building, man. It's going to be tall. So before you battle me, you have to complete this test of agility. So I'll see you at the top. We'll try that. What do you mean, where did I go? Don't worry about it. You gotta complete the challenge.
Okay. Parkour.
You can do it.
Parkour. 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 I've never done a parkour in my life.
Now this is where you have to make a decision, just like great architects do. See, constructors have to be agile. They have to always be on their toes, because you never know when something might fall from a great height.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay.
What an honor to be your first parkour-y.
Yeah, I know, right? I do like it. I do watch people do it, but
now this is the hardest jump. The corner jump. You nailed it.
Oh.
That is technically, I think, in my opinion, the hardest jump in the run.
All right.
Welcome to the first challenge. You've done it.
Oh my.
Here are the rules. In this construction gym, there will be 6-on-6 double battles, and I am not allowed to swap out Pokemon, but you are.
Oh, okay.
So you have a slight advantage. Are you ready?
That's kind of cool.
All right, let's do it. I'll start it.
I was ready.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll do that, and we'll do that.
Yeah, no, this is not the perfect matchup for me, but we're gonna do what we can do here. Ooh, the toxic spikes. Okay.
Toxic spiking. Oh. That didn't do as much as I thought it was going to. Oh, stones. No way. Ooh.
Whoa, that did a lot.
That did do a lot. Dang.
That was a bullet punch. I lived it. No, the Giga Drain is too strong.
Stone Drain is gone.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Shadow punch.
I didn't think that was. I didn't think I was going to survive that. Oh, it's Pseudo-Widow? Nice.
In all of my Pokemon, these are construction Pokemon. You might see them at a construction site. That's kind of my idea here.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's cool. That's cool, actually.
Poison my Sudowoodo.
Oh, no.
I got the Sucker Punch off, though.
Sucker punch. You got suckered.
Oh, we're pretty close.
Dang.
Stone Joiner did all it needed to do with setting up the rocks, and Sucker Punch from Sudowoodo was putting in work here. Let's see what else he's got.
I think we're just gonna do that. I don't know.
Oh, the Sucker Punch. Oh, Earthquake did so much.
Tanky.
Golurk was putting in huge work, but let's bring out Nosepass and see what it can do. Come on, live. Oh.
Ooh. Ooh. Woodhammer.
How's
Nice.
your Solrock outspeeding everything?
I don't know, actually.
That's okay, that's okay. We're bringing in the big dogs now.
Oh, dang. I don't think I'm going to survive a Diggersby.
You probably have Levitate.
Uh-oh.
Now this is going to be a close one.
Yeah.
Oh, it did a lot.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, the Solrock is so
Dang.
strong.
Ooh.
Oh, he took out Golurk.
Thank goodness. Machamp couldn't quit.
Finally, faster than something.
Torterra's gone. Oh no, Machamp's gonna.
Does that do enough? Oh, it does.
It did.
Oh, this is close.
Oh wow. Okay.
Our last Pokemon. This is a close match.
This is close. Do that.
I'll set up the wide guard. Oh no! Diggersby is too slow.
Extra sensory.
Oh.
This.
Oh.
Hey.
All right. Congratulations. You've won the first battle
Okay.
of the gym.
Awesome.
This is where you would move on to the second challenge once I build it. Thank you for helping me
Okay.
test out my gym, though. I appreciate it.
You are welcome.
You do not have to do this battle again. I'll remember this.
I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Oh, I'll remember. Thank you, KC, for the battle and for helping me test out my new team. We did lose, but we put up a good fight. And honestly, that is what my goal was. And I don't really care if other people see my team. You know, if they're like coming in here with teams made to defeat just my gym, that's kind of the point, is that people will have that opportunity to practice their specific gym team and come in here and hopefully wipe the floor with me. Again, the point of a gym is to be beaten. So make sure you check out Casey and all the other members here on the BattleCraft SMP. Thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in today, and I will catch you guys next time, where we will continue our gym challenge with a new team, a new building floor, and hopefully a new test battle to test out our gym. See you next time, guys!